What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I got a treat for you. I got LucidVerse on with me. We are going to be talking about the Dreamdrive, some of its features, how much it costs, and why ultimately it sets Lucid apart from the rest of the other companies. And again, from an investor standpoint, why we should even care about it. But before I get into any of that, you guys know the deal. Smash a thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom screen. Greatly appreciate that. With that said, let's get right to it. So as you can see, 1.1.4 did recently come out, and they've quickly moved to 1.1.7. So there's a lot of things we do want to go through each separate update, and again, what that actually means, some of its features. So 1.1.4, and I'm just going to save time and just say 0.4. Be one of those cool people. So it does have the Dreamdrive Part 1, navigation, access to profiles. So there's a lot of good updates when it comes down to this. And especially on the screen, as you can see, it does allude to the 1.1.5 having the adaptive cruise control, which is a big deal. And that's one of the biggest things that a lot of the naysayers have said about Lucid vehicles, that it doesn't actually have cruise control. So that is one good thing I'm looking forward to. So overall, this is the updates for the 0.4. But like I said, it has quickly moved on to future versions. So I'm going to get LucidVerse to talk about some of the other updates.
Yeah, right now on the screen I have 1.1.5 pulled up, and as also a cool person, I'm going to say 0.5 just for the sake of time. In this feature, we actually got something that was unbelievable to a lot of shareholders and owners. We got adaptive cruise control, and that's a huge feature that Elon Musk and a lot of the shorts were actually saying that Lucid did not have. So this is a very exciting feature that is now being implemented in all vehicles as we speak. And update 0.5 actually gave some very cool minor updates too, with LiDAR improvements, exterior lighting improvements, vehicle camera improvements, and some other profile fixtures that users can now implement in their vehicles, which can actually just make the user experience even better. So I think that this is an important update for a lot of people, especially for the adaptive cruise control, getting all of that data now in our vehicles and really trying to understand where the technology is for Lucid Motors. There's going to be a bunch of people that are making these videos for people that do not have Lucid Air, so I'm very excited to see those things. But I'm very excited for a lot of the technology aspect of the software updates that Lucid has been doing. As we're saying, Tesla is now going into the recall direction of their vehicles, and the Lucid is now updating theirs. So they're just going to continue to make improvements to make these vehicles better for the people that are early owners of the vehicles. And I also have 1.1.7, which I'm going to use as 0.7, and this is the newest version of the update. A lot of people are saying there's a 0.8 version, but I haven't got my hands on anything to say that is correct. So I'm just going to go over a little bit of the features that were implemented in this update. There was a fixing of the issue that interrupted your seat massage early. I mean, that's very cool that you could even get a seat massage in a vehicle. And then there was a little bit of a technology adjustment with the distracted driver alert and drowsy driving system. And I think this is amazing that they even have this. It's something that Tesla doesn't have. I have a Model 3, and this is something that I have to deal with as a Tesla Model 3 owner, because when you're at the wheel of the car, you actually have to press the steering wheel and have some tension on it instead of just looking and knowing that you're not an undistracted driver. So this is actually a lot better, and I'm actually very excited to see some more content coming out about this. So this is very exciting to me too. And I'm also going to show you some of the other features that Dreamdrive Pro contains.
One thing as well, just to add on, that I really found very interesting about the 0.5 update, and I personally feel the 0.5 update is one of the biggest defining factors that sets us apart from the rest of the alternate companies, because especially with the adaptive cruise control. And there's one aspect as well that I personally do find, it's a small touch, but it's those small touches that sets us apart as well. We improved mobility key functionality, so your vehicle recognizes your phone more easily to unlock upon approach. So again, it's one of those small things, but that's very much beneficial for Lucid, especially like I said, 0.5 I'm very excited about. But going back to what LucidVerse did say, so we're going to go through some of the pricing and actual features and everything like that. So there is a long list of features, as you can see right here, some of which have already been implemented, some of which is for the future, but there is still a lot of positives when it comes to this. And these are one big reasons why you need to buy as a investor, because not only does this set this apart from the rest, but this is ability to always grow. And especially when it comes to Dreamdrive, it's one of those things that LiDAR, all the 32 sensors that it does have, it has a lot of additional technology that again is one of the main reasons why people do invest with Lucid. And so when it comes down to it, so it does have the future ready hardware and semi-autonomous driving functionality, highway assist, traffic drive off alert, blind spot warning with blind spot display, surrounding view monitor, and so forth. There's a lot of good things, and especially what LucidVerse did mention about the drowsy drive alert and distracted drive alert. So again, there is a lot of updates that's being implemented and still a lot to come as well. And LucidVerse, if you want to kick it off with some as far as pricing, how much it costs and so forth.
It's $9,000 for US and $12,000 for Canadian buyers. And one of the things that I want everybody to look at is on these pictures, it says our semi-autonomous driving system features one of the most comprehensive sensor suites available and will only get better with software updates over time. I really like that because it is true. Our software updates are going to continue to increase the value of the vehicles as well as the performance of the vehicles. As we've seen with Tesla over the years, the software updates have increased range, have increased speed, and a lot of the features that are in the vehicles. So Lucid is going to do the exact same thing. I'm very excited about the Dreamdrive Pro, and I think it's going to be something that is going to be reflected in our profits, and it's going to make Lucid Motors more profitable. And it's something that a lot of gas-guzzling cars do not get to experience because electric vehicles make money every single time someone buys these features. And the same thing is gas cars, you only get to buy what the vehicle. So that's why Lucid Motors and Tesla are technology companies as well. And it goes a little beyond that too with licensing or battery technology, but that's for another day. But as we've seen with the Dreamdrive Pros and the full self-driving, a significant amount of these customers are buying those features. And since Lucid Motors is a luxury brand, I think that we're actually going to see a higher percentage of those customers for Lucid buying the Dreamdrive Pro, since their vehicles are already so massively expensive and more expensive than Tesla. And I think that we will actually see the customers continue to give rave reviews because it's not full self-driving. They say it's semi-autonomous, and it's only going to get better at time. They have beta features that are coming out very, very soon. So I think that customers know exactly what they're getting into. And based on the vehicle, it's a lot cheaper percentage of the Dreamdrive Pro than a Tesla is if you buy a $40,000 car and charge it with a $10,000 update. What do you think about that?
Yeah, no, I completely agree, especially even going back to the gas guzzling, even if someone was to buy that. As far as the markup that you usually get for upgrades, typically, just to get it to more of a reasonable vehicle, you're paying around 15 to 20% more. Whereas again, if you factor this into what the actual vehicles cost, it's only roughly about 10%. So it's not too much, especially if this is a very luxury vehicle. So it definitely is going to be very incentivizing for a lot of customers to do that, which at the end of the day, for coming from an investor standpoint, that's just additional profits, and especially it'll be more people kind of floating the Dreamdrive around through Twitter and whatever other sources of social media promoting Lucid, going back to that again. So again, on that front, it is very exciting to see constant updates. And again, it went from 0.4 to 0.7 very fast, and possibly 0.8, but again, we haven't found that yet. But so it's moving very fast. So in addition to all of that, I'm sure a lot of you are wondering how long it actually takes for these updates to take effect. So you can see right here, so there was 3 stages. So part 1 did take 90 minutes, part 2 did take about 15 to 30 minutes, and stage 3, or part 3 I should say, took about 45 minutes. So overall, not too bad.
My Tesla takes around 25 minutes per charge, and I think that'll only decrease. But Lucid Motors made significant improvements for charging in extremely cold weather. And I actually think that this is a very good update because it's going to help out those vehicles that are in Chicago right now. I mean, there's a blizzard going on, and also in New York and some other very, very cold states that isn't Arizona and California. So I really do think that this is a really good update also. And these improvements are very small updates, but they add up to create the best vehicle possible.
Very true. With all that, let me know your thoughts on Lucid in the comments below. If you haven't already, smash the thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate that. LucidVerse, appreciate you joining on. His info is in the description below. Make sure you guys pop over, give him some love, and support him through his Twitter and his new YouTube channel as well. So make sure you guys follow him there. With all that, let's all make a lot of money on Lucid.